There we go. Right, everyone good?
Yeah.
Right, now we're ready.
It wasn't just golf that we were competitive with. It was everything. Yeah, we got into a lot of fights over that.
Yeah, dating-wise, we're a little bit annoying. We didn't try to spice it up a little bit back when we were younger. I mean, it's too late now. I got a good story, actually. Throwing Ras slightly under the bus here, but
That's true, though.
it's very much true.
No punching in the face.
No punching in the face.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet. We'll see.
Sorry, guys. Thanks
good one, that's a
thanks
good
for
one.
tuning up. Gentlemen, firstly, welcome to the Life on Tour podcast, courtesy of Buffalo Trace. It's great to have you here, and it's a first for the podcast. Twins are joining us. It's great to have the brothers, Nicolai, Rasmus. How you been, boys? What have you been up to? You've just arrived straight from Denmark.
Yeah, thanks for having us on the podcast. We just arrived from Denmark, played on home soil last week. Had a great week. Ras played well. But yeah, excited for to get going this week. Yeah.
How good is it to play with everyone at home, just watching on, and obviously enjoying afterwards as well?
Yeah, it's super special. It's a stressful week because you got all the family and friends there. You want to see everyone. You want to go out for dinner with everyone, and it's you have to manage your time well. But it's one of the best weeks of the year. The crowds were amazing last week. So yeah, it's always special to come back.
So for everyone at home that might be tuning in, you most often wear golf gear looking the same. You're obviously identical twins. You guys, how do you guys know? How does everyone close to you know? What are the little ticks that gets everyone close to you over the line? Because people watching will probably still have no idea, and I'm not sure how long you're going to keep this podcast going without us, really having the insight.
There is
or maybe that's the whole hour-long journey.
We're trying to make it difficult.
Yeah.
Change the hairstyles all the time, and yeah.
There's a common answer, which is the one who smiles the most is me, and the other one is Nicolai. But that's for everyone else to decide. But we've heard that quite a few times.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
No,
some people smile more, and doesn't mean I'm an angry person or a bad person. I've heard it a couple of times, but there might be a way to see who's who. But there's many ways to do it. I think our face is shaped a little bit different. Our swings are different. So if you see it on a golf course, you should be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
When we play, you can always see who hits the furthest. You just see that I'm always ahead, and but no, there's a few different ways. It's obviously difficult being identical twins, but I think there's another pair of identical twins out here that's way tougher than us, and that's the Paul brothers.
Ah, right.
I find that super difficult because they walk the same, talk the same, look the same. So at least a little bit different.
Ever so slightly. Who was born first? Surely one's born before the other.
I'm the older brother.
The older brother.
So when he needs advice, sometimes he comes to me and asks a few questions. Couple minutes, a minute or two.
Yeah.
Which gets in handy a few times a year. So yeah.
The little flex. What are some of the coolest parts about being a twin?
I think there's always someone there to spend time with.
Yeah.
I think we all know that we can get we'll have times where we're alone for most of the time, and it's nice to have Nicolai to go out and practice with. Away from golf, you go for dinner. We've got to the point now with the last 4 or 5 years that we don't share any hotel rooms or anything together because that's too much. So we need to have a little bit of time off from each other, but it's nice to have someone to hang out with, no matter where you are.
Oh, it's very, very, very cool indeed. And let's go back to, I guess, your childhood. You're from Denmark. How big was golf when you were growing up, and how special was, I guess, can you talk us through your family side of things as well, and your upbringing, what it was like back in Denmark?
I mean, back when we started playing golf was back in around, I think, 2005. And back then, I mean, I have no idea what golf was like back then. There was a very few guys on tour. Obviously, the Great Dane being the front man, leading the pack. But yeah, our dad brought us into golf when we were very young, and that was one of his ways to spend time with us. He's a pilot, and he was working a lot, so very lucky that we went to the driving range and came running back to our mom saying we hit it 50 meters when we were 4 years old, and that way we just got into it. And we obviously did a lot of different sports, but over time, golf was always a thing and a summer sport for us. And now we're sitting here doing a podcast. So it's pretty fun to see how the journey's been. And yeah, I think Ras can go a little bit deeper with our upbringing.
Perfect.
Well, yeah.
You're saving me a job here. I love
Some
this.
curveball there. No, it's as Nick said, we played a lot of different sports. We always had golf as the summer sport, and we played a lot of handball in the winter. And because it was super important for us to have the team sport, and then obviously golf was a little bit more individual. And that, when we got to about when we were teenagers, maybe 13, 14 years old, we had to decide which way we're going to go. And for me, that was an easy decision. I broke my collarbone in a handball game, and I thought, this is not for me.
Nah.
So I quit handball and just started playing a lot of golf. Nicolai continued for a year or two, and then he knew that golf was probably the better option as well. So that's what we went with, and started to join the national team, and then it developed from there.
Brilliant. And your dad was a pilot. Did that have any influence? Did that sort of, I don't know, like being so fastidious and accurate as a pilot, does any of that come through in the golf?
I think sometimes we can see it growing up that we had that was obviously very much on time and structured and disciplined, and we've had that even though at times we can be a little late, and it kind of hasn't really gone 100% in our genes. But it was great to have him as a role model, and for him to bring us to the golf course. And to this day, he's very much involved. But we can see some of his traits from back then. I understand it now. Yeah. When you were younger, you were probably pretty annoyed with your parents sometimes forcing you to do stuff, and you want to do something else. But the older you get, the more you actually look back and thinking, oh, there was actually a reason for it. And we can all see it now. And I can say from my side and from Ras' side, we think we got the best or the greatest parents in the world. And so it's special to look back at those times now, especially when back then we just wanted to play computer and we wanted to do this and that. But he took the internet in the house and forced us to pull us out of our rooms and forced us to play golf. And then Brilliant. Now we're here. So it's fun looking back at those times.
Nice, yeah. Because I personally reckon I've got a brother who's a bit younger than me, but there's so many brothers in sport around the world as well. Surely you guys being so close together, that headbutting throughout all those different sports, getting to that next level, that drives you both to get slightly better and always competing, right? So that has to help in some way.
100%. It's, I think I can speak for both of us saying that if we weren't, twins, I don't think any of us would get to the level of golf that we're at the moment, because again we've spent so many hours practicing, competing with each other, and I think that's definitely helped us. And again, it wasn't just golf that we were competitive with; it was everything. It was from running, who could run the fastest to the cars after went to the shopping mall or whatever, and we got into a lot of fights over that. But we always had a good rule. We probably mentioned that before as well, but when we started playing a lot of junior events, whoever played the best could sit at the front seat,
Nice.
and the other one could sit
Way.
back there and be super angry.
Nice.
So that's it's fun to look back at, because that was the motivation to beat the other one the next time.
Surely surely in your time there's been some good scraps. There's got to be some good hustling.
I mean, I got a good story actually. Throwing Ras slightly under the bus here, but our career's always gone like this. One plays good 1 year, the other one comes back, and this is back in 2017. Ras had a really good 2016, and I didn't play well in 16, and then I started playing better in 17. And I remember we were playing somewhere in Denmark, and I won that event, and Ras didn't play particularly well, so I had the front seat, and I just remember he said from the back seat, "Just remember, Nico." I can't remember correctly what he said, but it was something to do with you don't. I'm still on the throne, kind. I'm still sitting on the throne. Remember that kind. That was kind of his
Might
words
be in
to
the
me,
front
and I was
seat,
like,
but I'm the king of this car.
I don't think you're there yet just because you won this week. And I was like, okay.
I don't think that's true though.
It's very much true. I think we actually had a friend in the car as well who remembered it. But yeah, fair enough. It was very competitive, but it's also what drives us and probably what helped us a lot. But yeah, we've been in a lot of fights. But we also had one rule actually. We probably never actually talked about. But we've never hit each other in the faces before.
Right, because you both got beautiful faces from each other's view.
I don't think that's the reason, but it's a unspoken rule.
Yeah.
If one of us has never hit each other in the faces, which I find super impressive with what happened in the past.
Yeah, that's very impressive. Yeah, it's a
so
good rule though. No touching of the hair or face.
Exactly, it's a good rule.
No punching in the face.
No punching in the face.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe that that big charity boxing fight near the end of the career. It'd be a great watch. Look, we've heard all about the good things about being twins, but it can't all be good. What are some of the most annoying parts, or sometimes the really challenging parts about being a twin? Because I can imagine there's some difficult times too.
Yeah, I think the first thing that pops in my mind is that we are actually two separate people, and that's sometimes it's easy just to do everything together or get asked to do everything together instead of
just
actually,
like the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, guys. Thanks for tuning up.
Exactly. No, so I think that's the main thing is that obviously when we were younger, we never really thought about it. Went to school together, but actually decided when in 5th or 6th grade to split up and go in 2 different classes, and I think that helped us a lot to sort of get 2 different personalities. Still very much the same group of friends, but at least we were separate, and I'm sure that helped a lot growing up. But even to this day, you still see the whole thing about the twin story rather than that are two separate careers as well. But it would always be there. But I won't say it's annoying. It's just it's just
what I think is a good example is last week when one of us is playing well, Ras was up there. The focus should be on him, and because he's up there playing well, it shouldn't be a twin thing. And it was a little bit the start of the week where it was like, you get asked about each other all the time, and it's like, yeah, but we actually starting the tournament now. It's 2 different. We're trying to beat each other. We're 2 separate careers, but it all happened it was a product, us 2 together, and it might be a funny thing and a good product, but we also gotta look different ways, and our careers is taking, many different ways to here, and so as Ras said, it's not really annoying. We're used to it. And at some point you get used to it, and it goes in here and goes out of the other one, and then, but there's way more positives,
for sure,
than there is negatives, and I think that's what we always focused on.
You must have some interesting stories from getting mixed up, or for that matter, purposely tricking people in the past. Have you got any that come to mind? I'm sure at school when you go on your first date, there might have been some confusion there. The ladies not knowing who's who. There's got to be a little slice of something.
We definitely regret we didn't. School-wise, it's a little bit boring, but yeah, dating-wise, we're a little bit annoying we didn't try to spice it up a little bit. Back when we were younger. I mean, it's too late now, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're too deep into that stuff now that it can't really happen. It's got to be a very dark room if.
Yeah, that'll be tragedy.
But we tricked some school teachers in the past, but we never did enough of it.
Yeah.
We're two good boys from Denmark. We don't do that stuff, so we
What would
regret
it,
it.
like-
I mean, if we had to say if we regret one thing, it's actually not doing it enough.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Do more pranks.
Yeah, do more. Yeah.
Because there's got to be a time where you're like getting in trouble and you'll just be like, nah, that wasn't me. Like, sure.
Could do that with speeding tickets.
Yeah.
When they take a picture of the guy and it goes, no, that wasn't me. That was me.
What would you do to the teachers? Because that's quite an easy prank, and they must get.
We just we decided with a lot of our friends that now we're gonna switch classes, and we knew the teachers were struggling, so we decided to switch classes, and obviously the teachers got a little hint that something was a bit odd. Why is Nicolai so quiet today, or the other way around? But they never mentioned anything, so we sat there for an hour and a half. And everyone in the class knew it, so everyone was just sitting, not saying a word. And then after the class, obviously the teacher found out, and they were just laughing about it. So that was a good thing about it. No one got really mad. So yeah, that's probably. It sounds pretty boring, to be honest.
Yeah,
we didn't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. How often have you been actually paired together in a group? Because I remember a few years ago you were like, if we get paired together, we're going to wear the exact same golf outfit as well.
First time was on the Challenge Tour in 2019, back in Denmark, and then Dunhill Links in 2022, I think.
yeah,
And we had Saturday together at St. Andrews, same outfit. It was pretty special. It was pretty cool.
that is cool.
And randomly enough, this year at Houston Open, out of all weeks, we got paired together. Thought that was a bit odd, but good fun. And we were super close on the final round at the Open this year. Ras made a silly bogey on 18 in the third round.
Oh.
If he made a par, we would have played together on the Sunday. So
Oh, no.
that would have been special.
Yeah, that would have been so cool.
But we're still talking about we would love to have some Sunday battles at some point where we both play well and get head to head. But we haven't done it yet, so that's on the list going forward.
That's on the bucket list.
It is.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you've had like Eisenhower Trophy success. If we go back to the amateur days, first Danish team to win that. Like, how much goals or how many goals do you have, or are they all very individual? Obviously, as you said, separate careers, separate players. Like, how do you go forward together and create your own targets? Well, not together, individually.
Well, I think we are very similar when it comes to that. But again, I think it's easy to sit there and say, I want to win this and that, or I want to achieve this. I think for us, we're trying to chase the small wins on the way to the big success. And that's more daily goals or weekly goals, I think, more than it is just having one big target at the end of the year or whatever. So for me, that's more motivating. I can wake up and I can think, I got to chase this, I got to work on this. And then that makes me feel like I'm improving. I think you're similar in that way. Because then for me, I feel like that if I do all the right things, good results will come.
Yeah.
Because it's super hard to force it.
It is. And I think it's so as you said, super easy to sit here and say, I want to do this and that. Everyone that tees it up every week has the same goal, and you don't have to talk about it to know.
Yeah, it's mental.
But there's more than just trying to win a tournament. It's all about, there's a long-term plan, and then there is the plan you're in the moment right now. And as you said, I think if you only judge yourself on wins in this game, it's going to be a pretty tough career.
Yeah, it's miserable stuff.
So it is pretty miserable if you think about it, actually. And there's only a handful of players who's had a massive winning record, and that's probably not true. That's more than a handful, but you get what I mean. So we're trying to figure out what is a mini win at times.
Yeah,
and that is just doing your stuff, achieve a little drill you're doing in practice. I have a goal of whatever it is the given week, and those mini wins leads to something bigger at some point. You never know when, but if you achieve that, then you're staying in the moment, and staying in the moment every day when you're practicing and playing increases your chances going forward. So that's what we're trying to do. It sounds easy. It's pretty hard to do at times too.
Yeah, but it's like this is over a massive span as well. This isn't just leading into a week. This is over years, and it's like it takes time, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Good things take time.
Good things take time. Because I remember, I loved how you touched on that you'd have a good year, then you'd have a good year, and you're almost a little bit out of sync at times with your careers, aren't you? Because, Raz, you got off to a hot start, third youngest winner in Mauritius, and then so you won 19, 20, 21. And then, Nico, does that give you shit, I haven't won here yet?
100%. I mean, he won 3 times before I even had a full tour card. And it was like, wow. But weird things happen. He won Switzerland, got an invite the week after to Italy, and I ended up winning that. And we won back-to-back weeks, and that was super special and kind of kicked on from there. And he's still leading, though, with wins. So I got to step up my game at some point. I feel like I'm trying hard, but not catching up yet. But yeah, it's a good little battle of who gets the most, but that's not the most important thing.
No.
Again, 2 separate careers, but we're still chasing the same goal, and we still want to beat each other and have the most wins. So there's always a little battle.
Well, it's a great challenge to have because you've got each other spurring you on. But how special is it for your parents or for your family when either one of you wins? Because it's pretty crazy and it's a pretty lucky position to be in where you've almost got a second horse in the race.
100%. I think it's a lot easier for them now than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, that must be who do they support?
Yeah, I'm going to say back in the day, that sounds a little too long ago, but maybe 10, 12 years ago, it must have been a nightmare for them to figure out, because when one of us played well and the other one didn't, do they walk up to the guy who's not done well, or do they walk up to the guy who's done well? And how do they manage that we don't get in a fight? And there's so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
But I think they did a fantastic job, and I think to this day, I think they're very proud, and they can see that we support each other a lot more now, and can, give each other credit when it's needed. And I think that's the...
Actually, talk about parents and who they should support. So last week, I was around 18th or 20th at some point in the event. I was there actually around that number for a long time, for at least 2 rounds. And I saw my mom walking in the crowds we walking up to a hole, and I said, really? I mean, why are you out here watching me play golf?
Yeah.
I'm in a irrelevant position compared to Ras. He's leading the tournament. I said, I mean, you should be out there following him.
Nice.
We get it. Yeah. We both get it. When someone is playing well, full focus on that person and get the most out of that position.
Right.
And then accept the situation.
Yeah.
And we had a few friends and a few spectators, and I asked them, I mean, have you got us mixed up? Do you think I'm Ras out here, or because they're walking around? Because you should be out there watching the leader of the tournament. But it shows what's important for them as well.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate that.
Because that's, even if they were just coming for 4 or 5 holes, that's a nice touch.
It is. It is.
Golf's a long day at the office.
It is.
And then if you think about it, how intriguing if we move on to the Ryder Cup in 23. You mentioned one of you's got more wins on tour and the other's got more Ryder Cup appearances now. How unique was that Ryder Cup scenario? Because, it all came down to an injury in the Hero Challenge, and it was quite a dramatic sort of turn of events, wasn't it?
It was. It started out... at Team Cup, January 23, where Ras was supposed to play on the team. I didn't get a pick to play, and that was for them it was an easy decision to put me in same size clothes and all that stuff. So all the small
They didn't even change the picture as well.
same small details were super easy. The game at that time, but I got in there, played really well, and I think that kickstarted my campaign to potentially get to Rome. But I never had it on my mind to start the 23 season. Ras had a great 22, and I ended up getting a pick there, and Ras was really close qualifying. So, Ryder Cup definitely counts more than 2 wins, I think.
No comment. But like, that is crazy, right? You've got injured, your brother's taken your spot, and then he's cashed in on it. And then and then you were at Rome helping out. What role did they give you there?
Well, I was
apart from number one fan.
I was driving Thomas Bjorn around in a buggy.
Nice.
Making sure he had his coffee there all the time. So it was pretty special to be there and see everything up close. It was. It's nice to get a feel of what it's like. Hopefully, I can be there soon and experience it as a player as well. But it was nice to see Nicolai wearing the uniform with the 11 other guys and cheering them on. Yeah.
And things are obviously looking okay for you this season. At what point do you start looking ahead? I know this week's really important for you as well. How do you, I guess, manage expectations and try and join your brother as a Ryder Cup player?
Yeah, well, last week I got asked a lot of questions about it as well. And I was pretty clear on the situation I was in. It's if I play well, I'll be in the conversation, and if I don't play well, I won't be. So I'm pretty clear with things. If I do well, I think there's a chance. But again, now last week was a good week, and I'm in a position where if I play well this week, there's a good chance. So it's definitely on my mind. But I've got to zoom in on what's important this week, and that is to play the best I can on this golf course, and then whatever happens, happens.
We probably glossed over last week a bit, but can you just briefly tell us about that eagle on the last? I know it didn't come to fruition, but it was pretty bloody cool if you ask me.
Yeah, it's I obviously got into a bad run of golf midway through the round, and Marco got a few shots clear. We battled on the back nine. We didn't make a lot of birdies, but there was some hard-fought pars out there, and then obviously Marco birdied 17. He got 2 clear, and I knew I need an eagle on the last here. But it obviously played very long. It was straight into the wind, back flag, and I didn't think too much about it, to be honest. I thought if I could put a driver in play in the fairway, I can at least get it up near the green, and then maybe have some luck on my side, and hit a good drive, hit a very good second shot, setting up to, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 feet for eagle and hold the putt. So at least that gave it a little bit more excitement for the finish there. And then obviously credit to Marco for holding out that 4-footer for birdie to win.
Yeah, fantastic. Right, boys, we're going to play a little quiz. Pretty simple stuff. Just first in, best dressed. I want to see who's quick to the mark. And we'll do a little bit of golf statistics to start with. Okay. And then we might get into some other stuff on the side. So who has got the most DP World Tour starts?
Nicolai.
Who's got what?
Who's played in the most DP World Tour events?
I'll throw Ras in there.
I think it's Nicolai.
118 plays 114 in favour of Ras.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
From all the time in the US.
I think so.
All right. Most cuts made on the DP World Tour?
It's Ras.
Yeah, I think it's me.
Yeah, that's you. Highest ever world ranking?
Nicolai.
Correct. What was that? 30th?
Yeah.
Nice. Red hot. And 37th. So you mentioned you have off and on years. Your stats are amazingly close, like over your career. It's actually kind of scary. So
twin stuff. So.
Yeah. So 30th and 37th. Best major finish?
Well,
It would be me.
recently, that's Nicolai.
T14, T16. Very similar. What have we got here? Percentage of cuts made on the PGA Tour.
I reckon that's very similar.
That is, I can't stress how similar it is. Yeah. 62.5 plays 62.9% of cuts made. How crazy is that?
Wow.
I'll go at Ras because he's played few events.
Nicolai,
Oh wow.
claim it. Okay, these next few stats are all PGA Tour based. Average driving distance. Who's the longest?
I'm not. It's gonna be Ras.
Oh,
It is.
is it?
Yeah.
No, I think it's you.
No.
319, 318.
Oh, I got him lately then. I think so because I've seen it and I've
Oh,
seen.
you made a joke about it before, but now you've got the evidence.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, full yard. That's important.
Quickest club head speed?
It's very similar.
it's obviously from the course. So
Yeah, it's on the course. I think. Do you have that? Maybe. I think it's Ras.
Yeah.
Raz. Just to keep the close stats going, 124.35, 124.30. So like every stat, like is no pun intended, is identical. Driving accuracy.
I think I hit more fairways than Ras.
Rasmus.
Oh.
Funnily enough, yeah, he's got the higher club head speed by a fraction, but a better accuracy. Sort it out.
Yeah.
Most Instagram followers? 3, 2,
I'm gonna say Nicolai.
correct. Very similar. 39,000, 44,000. And then a tricky one to finish. Race to Dubai ranking and FedEx Cup ranking combined.
Do you mean of all the years we played?
Nah, just this year. So who's got the best rankings on the both tours combined? So let's say hypothetically, if you're
That
10th,
is very similar.
20th.
That's
I
very
think-
similar.
I think there's only two between us or something like that.
It's very similar.
I think it's Nicolai.
No, I think it's Ras.
You guys are either being really nice or not backing yourself.
It's Ras by 2 spots.
122 on the rankings combined and 121. Every stat is insanely similar.
Oh,
So that's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool.
that is crazy.
All right, now let's get off golf a little bit here. These ones, quick fire, we'll whip through these. Who's the best at sport outside of golf? 3, 2, 1. That's fine. Who's the best or worst cook? Who's the best cook?
I think we're the same. I do.
can't be the same.
No, I'd say I'm the better cook.
Yeah. Best dancer.
Best dancer.
We're two very
I'm
poorly
gonna say I'm
dancers.
better, but I'm terrible. But he's probably the worst.
It takes a lot of effort to get me on the
Oh,
floor.
it's not fun if you.
No, it doesn't.
Who's most likely to be late? You probably
Ras.
Nicolai.
No.
most screen time on their phone. Who's on their phone most?
There's no question there.
That's
That is
a
Nicolai,
ridiculous
by far.
reaction.
That's fair. Well, that's maybe why you've
Ridiculous
got
reaction.
a few more followers, but you know. And then finally, who's going to finish higher this week? And what's the bet?
I'm gonna say myself.
Yeah, good call, Russ. I'll say myself. I gotta say myself.
So,
Back myself.
do you ever put on little bets, like apart from the back seat, front seat?
No, we only bet with each other during practice rounds.
Oh yeah.
Usually, who pays for dinner?
Nice. So whoever finishes worse this week maybe has to like post a silly photo of their brother on Instagram, saying how great they are and how much I love them.
Good idea. Good idea.
We happy with that?
We
The thing is, every time Nicolai loses a bet, he will always pay himself out of the bet.
another ridiculous statement. To
There's
throw
a
in
few
there.
statements that we're going to have to
It's
look back
that's ridiculous.
on.
That is ridiculous.
All right, so we've got that on record. An Instagram for the loser. An embarrassing photo. The winner can find an embarrassing photo and they have to post it. Something spicy like that. All right. Fantastic. I thought that was a pretty good quiz. Chilled, relaxed, very good. I don't know who won. Anyone know who won? It's pretty even.
Yeah, let's just say
Identical
even.
answers.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's talk about. We've touched on the DP World Tour wins and stuff, but how's life in America? How crazy has that change been? You've grown up over here, you've done this journey, and now you're doing the other side of the pond together. How's that been? What experience is it like? What's tough about it? What's great about it?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty cool. It's obviously Nicolai has been a little bit of the guinea pig. He was over there for a year by himself, and yeah, that it probably prepared me a little bit for what to come. Yeah, we this year we had a house or had a place over there, and that just make life and travel a lot easier. Not having to travel back to Denmark every other week, which Nicolai did the first year. So that's been one of the good things or the good decisions we've made to help ourselves and trying to improve. But yeah, it's the golf over there is amazing. It's where you want to play your golf. And again, I think that's where you can become the best player you can be, because it seems like the golf demands a little bit more, and it's a good way to test yourself.
Yeah. Is it noticeably like harder, or is that just the field that's harder? Is the golf itself?
I think you're playing against the best players in the world, so you get a sense of what it takes to be one of them.
Yeah.
And beat them as well. But you see them up close, and you see what you need to do and what they do really good. And you just got to get used to the golf courses a little bit. You just play faster greens.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe fairways a little bit more premium when we play those courses, and it's not all just about hitting it a long way. But yeah, golf it's not that big of a difference. You're just playing against most weeks against the best players in the world. That requires more quality, and as Ras said, that pushes you to work harder and get better, so you can be one of them. But yeah, it's a learning process, and we enjoy the challenge. We like playing there. We like the golf course. We like the golf, and but we still love coming back to Europe. There's nothing better than home, and this tour helped us a lot when we started out as professionals. So we love playing here, and we will always love playing here. But I think if you want to become or achieve your goals, America is the place to play. And also, as I said before, that you compare yourself to the best players, and I think that's really important to get to the next step.
Because a lot of European players go there and struggle, like being away from home, or just like even off the course struggles with how, I guess, big America is and all the different, just small nuances. How have you guys found it off the course as well?
That's one of the positives of having a twin.
Yeah.
We've lived together over there, so yeah, we've actually had quite a bit of fun, I'd say.
Nice.
Enjoyed the time. We've had friends and family come around whenever we've got time off. So I think we've made the most of it. It is still very much a learning process as well.
Yeah.
On how to spend the weeks or days there. But yeah, I think this year's been great for us.
What are some of the career highlights? And because obviously now with the co-sanctioned events, I want to touch on Ireland, how amazing that was, beating Rory down the stretch. That must be right up there with a career highlight.
For sure, that was special. But again, it was one of those, Sundays where I didn't think I would get in the position of having a chance to win. So it all happened a bit quick there on the back nine, and all of a sudden I was in the lead. So I didn't really have much time to think about it, which was probably a good thing. So yeah, that was special. That half an hour or 40 minutes I was in the clubhouse waiting for it all to, turn out to what. Yeah, it was. That was a long wait. It was stressful. But yeah, it was definitely one of the highlights.
What would be one of your highlights?
highlight would be Rome 23.
Yeah.
But I think Dubai 23 was the final was really cool. But I think actually Olympics last year was super special. That was something that surprised me a lot, and that was one of the best experiences I've had on the golf course. But my highlight would be Rome 23. I'd say.
What were the celebrations like after that?
Pretty good. The bus ride back to the hotel was something that we still talk about to this day.
Yeah, there's so much footage of it now. The doco's great. If you haven't seen
awesome.
it, tune into it.
It was awesome.
But yeah, like that must have been so special, being a part of a team environment and getting the chocolates and being able to celebrate with your mates.
Exactly. Oh, it was super special, and it's guys you've looked up to in your whole junior career, and suddenly you're in a team and being around them, having a common goal, and then get it done on Sunday and celebrating together, and then everyone went separate again. It's super interesting, and then you see the guys after. There's a special bond between the guys, and I've gotten some great relationships out of it. And when you've been there once, you wanna get there again.
Because is there quite a few players we may have not spent any time with from that team, and you're like forced into a camp together, and then it's like, right, let's do this.
Yeah, I mean they were really good at. We had a team practice day Monday of Wentworth.
Yes.
That year we went to Rome, and we had like an evening where we everyone opened up with some personal stuff, and it was very special and quite emotional. And you get very emotional that week. That you're like, it's surprising, but that just describes how special that week is. And as I said, when you've been there once, you want to get there every time it comes around. So it doesn't get any better. It just doesn't get any better than that.
Brilliant. And Raz, I guess, what are you looking forward to the most about the end of this year, and trying to put your best foot forward there?
Good question. I actually very much looking forward to getting over to play fall series again in America. I haven't had the best season, so for me it's very important that I get over there and try and perform well, so I can have a season again next year on the PGA Tour. So for me that's my main focus for the end of the year. But yeah, I mean there's certain things there, but I played my first Masters this year. Super special.
Yeah, how cool was that?
Super cool. So I want to get back into top 50 and get my spot for next year as well. So there's all these small things there that adds up. So yeah, I've seen some positives in my game over the last month, and I just want to continue building on that and see how far I can take it this year.
How tough is it? Like, obviously we see all the successes and all the great memories and stories and wins, and however, but like, how stressful can golf really be when, like, some years you are playing for your tour card and some years you are out of form? Like, what's it like when you do get into a little bit of a dark spot and you're playing for your livelihood?
Yeah, I guess there's times where golf just seems super hard.
Yeah.
There's just, no matter how well I play, I can't get a score together. And then there's other times where you shoot 5, 6, 7 under like that without any problems. And it's sometimes it's hard to find the answers in the middle of it. But that's where you got to have a good team around you to remind you of, or giving you some perspective at times. And I think we've both got great teams that helps with that, to make sure that we keep working and building on the right stuff, and then get quicker out of the dark periods of golf.
Yeah. Thanks.
I agree. I think it's super important to have a great team around you. I was just thinking that when Raz said it, that you have them around you to obviously keep you on track, remind you of the stuff that's important, but also you're gonna do some things that works for a period of time, and then you keep doing it, and it might not work. But you just got to accept that everyone's going to get through. All professionals in this game doesn't matter if they're best in the world, they've all had a period where everything seemed tough.
Yeah.
So for everyone out there, it's going to happen at some point, and it's good to know that the best players in the world have been there as well. Everyone is going to have that journey of getting through that dark spot a little bit, but it's part of it. And the best thing you can do is just keep working and have the right people around you.
Nice. And then just finally, let's visualize the three of us sitting here in 40 years' time, maybe 30, having a nice Buffalo Trace. What would be a complete career for you guys? What do you need to tick off your list to look back on and go, hell yeah, I've had a pretty awesome career and I'm bloody happy with it? What do you need to do that?
I hate talking about goals because you obviously got to set the bar pretty high.
Yeah.
And
well, these might not even be goals.
I think if I could, in 30 years' time or whenever we sit here and talk about the stuff over the glass of a good whiskey, I think for both of us, we would love to get to world number one. I think that's the number one goal. I think that's the ultimate thing in golf. Obviously, the ultimate thing is a career Grand Slam, and we saw it this year.
Yeah.
I think world number one is not just one lucky week or 2 weeks where you play well. It's over a career. And a great example is Justin Rose.
Yeah.
And you see he had a hard time and he started a career and he kept working hard and he became world number one. That for me is what describes exactly what it's all about. And I think that is the ultimate goal for me. And because, it's hard work over many, many years. So if I just look at golf, that would be the thing for me.
Brilliant.
But then there's loads of other things you would love to do,
naturally. But to get to number one, there'll probably be a couple of good results coming.
At the moment, it seems pretty hard getting to that spot. There's one guy making it pretty hard for everyone else.
Razor?
Yeah, I agree. On just for the golf, that will be the ultimate goal. Because again, it's good golf for a long period of time. So that's the big goal. Again, I would probably be cool to have either a son or a daughter that plays on tour as well. I think that'd be quite cool. But again, yeah, there's many different things.
Actually, this sounds a little bit deeper, but looking back at it every day, you feel like there's a purpose with what you're doing. Like you don't get into those spots where you feel like, what's the point of it all? But that there's a purpose with everything you do, I think can lead to a lot of great things. So just a little side, came in from the side, a little curveball. But I think having a purpose with what you do is super important, and it makes sense. Like what you do every time you wake up and you got to do this and that, it all makes sense. But as Ras said, it'll be fun to have some kids who plays golf and whatever they do when we get to that point.
How far away is that point? How's everyone's love life going?
That is a good question. We'll see.
Yeah, not right now. It's just
golf.
We got a few years where we gotta.
Well, you're only 24.
Yeah. So no rush, but a few years where we just get a little bit better and earn our right to have a little bit more time off and can pick and choose a little bit more what we do. Yeah. I think that's where you can start looking at getting a family.
Starting
a family.
Beautifully said. Do you have any other brothers and sisters before I forget about them?
Got an older brother, yeah.
An older brother?
Mm.
Oh, wow. Tough gig. So older brother and then mum and dad, 5 of you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
Oh, well, I hope they all enjoy this episode because we certainly have. I'm sure there'll be many laughs around the dinner table.
I'm sure they'll listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And when they are, I'd like to get some accurate answers on some of those quiz questions.
Yeah, that'd be fun it'd be fun to hear those answers.
Yeah. Boys. Once again, thank you very much for your time. It's been great to follow your amazingly similar journey so far. So hopefully both keep trending in the same direction, and yeah, we'll keep a close eye on you boys.
Thanks for having
Thank you.
Cheers. Brilliant.
To watch another DP World Tour video, click here, and to subscribe, click here.